Okay, my voice is audible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once again, sorry. Today also there is somewhat problem to the link, so that's why it has happened once again. So just okay. So yesterday we have started this bit topic all-wheel drive. So again here we have to see first how many additional components are provided with respect to the all-wheel drive in comparison with the two-wheel drive, that is front engine rear wheel drive and front engine front wheel drive. So all-wheel drive means the drive is given to all the four wheels. When we are going to consider a drive system for four wheeler, then all wheel drive, it indicates that drive is given to all four wheels. So first of all, let us see the construction and then we'll see the working of this all wheel drive advantages and the disadvantages. So similar to this front engine rear wheel drive, the engine is provided in the longitudinal direction. So just I'm moving cursor on the engine, that one of the major component. So in all wheel drive, engine is also placed in longitudinal direction. So previously there was one version, or now it may be available in some of the company brands. So all wheel drive. So based on our desire or our selection, we can go for that AWD. In short, it is also called as a AWD. So most of the racing cars, they are having all wheel drive, or so that power is given to this both the axles. So this one is the engine, then this one is the torque converter, another word for this, that is the gearbox or transmission box. So why we are going to call it as a torque converter? Because depending upon how many gear ratios are required, based on that we are going to provide sets of epicyclic gear train in the torque converter. So that will give the number of forward and one reverse gear. So that's why this torque converter is nothing but the gearbox which is required to modify the torque as per the requirement, and this one is the transmission. So here you can see that one connection is given to this rear differential, which is on the rear axle, and one additional unit, one additional device, and that is provided, and that we are going to call it as a transfer case. So engine is placed at the front and power flows in this direction, and with the help of the power we can have drive axle at the rear end. Now all wheel drive means we need to provide power, or we need to provide drive to the front axle as well. How to provide that? For that, transfer case is provided. So it is simply one mechanism. So whatever power flow in this direction, some power is diverted via this transfer case and it is given to this front differential, and front axles are now are the drive axles. So that's why here you can see rear drive axle, and here you can see the front drive axle. This one is the front differential and this one is the rear differential. So with respect to this, if you are going to consider or how many or number of differential used in case of all wheel drive, so how many we are observing here? Two. So in addition to these two, the third element, that is transfer case. So this one is the transfer case. Function of differential is to differentiate the speed. Function of differential is to differentiate the speed. And this one is the transfer case which divides or which splits power 50% for the front axle and 50% for the rear axle. So that's why this transfer case also we can call it as a one of the differential. So based on the requirement, we can have different splitting proportion. So you can consider 100% power is available here. So 50% is given to this, and via transfer case 50% is given to this. And suppose in one of the situation, these this rear these rear wheels are in the ditch or difficulty to come out of those ditch, then we need to provide more power to this rear axle. In that case, we can have split up in the form of 60% for the rear wheel and 40% for the front wheel, or 70% for the rear wheel or 30% for the front wheel. So transfer case is one of the element which is used to split up the power, and with the help of that we can have we are going to overcome that difficulty on the road. So all wheel drive power is given to all four wheels. So front wheels and the rear wheel. Now let us see the another aspect with respect to this all wheel drive. So these systems sometimes called as full time four wheel drive, or sometimes we can call it as a part time four wheel drive. So this terminology that we need to understand. What is this full time and part time? Now whatever military vehicles, they are also having all wheel drive, but we can call it as a part time four wheel drive. What is meaning of that? Whenever the military vehicles running on a level road or normal road, then this rear wheel drive or drive provided for rear, that has been engaged only, and we are not going to provide power to the front differential. So only rear wheel drive is engaged. So on the plain road we are not requiring high torque, so that torque requirement is less. So to avoid extra consumption of fuel, we are able to select one drive and able to disconnect the drive provided at the front wheel. So that's why whatever drive or all wheel drive provided in the military vehicles or available for the military vehicles, we are going to call it as a part time four wheel drive. Part time four wheel drive. So where we can have selectivity, or sometimes we can have disconnection to this rear drive, and only front wheels are going to have the drive. So part time means we are having that option to select front wheel drive or to select rear wheel drive. So though engine is placed at the front, we can select drive at the front or we can select drive at the rear. So that's why we are going to call it the part time. And second aspect, in whatever some of the vehicles, you can take example of that Maruti SX4. So SX4, it is one of the version of the Maruti, and for that there is full time four wheel drive. So what is the meaning of this full time four wheel drive? So all wheel drive, wherein it is designed to function on all types of surfaces. That means drive is given to all the wheels. Drive is given to all the wheels. Because of that, it can function on all types of surfaces, both on and off-road condition, and most of them cannot be switched off. That means whatever power given to this drive rear drive axle and front drive axle, there is no option to disconnect any of the connection. That means all wheels are powered. So all wheel drive, which is known as full time four wheel drive, when all wheels are powered. So such MCQs may be asked, and such vehicles are having good performance on each type of road, or they can run on road and off road condition. So road which is paved, road is made specifically for vehicle, and suppose in forest, if we require to travel some 5 to 10 kilometers, and with ordinary two wheel drive it is not possible to have smooth driving experience. In that case, such type of all wheel drive vehicles are preferred. So understood what is difference between part time and full time four wheel drive? समजलं का? समर्थ समजलं का? Hello Samarth, am I audible? Yes, yes.
Sir.
Sachin,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
रिस्पॉन्ड फास्ट करत जावा. ठीक
बर बर.
आहे. समजलं का? पार्ट टाइम
Yes, sir.
पार्ट टाइम फोर व्हील ड्राईव्ह आणि फुल टाइम फोर व्हील ड्राईव्ह. सो पार्ट टाइम आपण कधी म्हणतोय की ज्या वेळेस आपल्याकडे सिलेक्शनचा ऑप्शन आहे, किंवा व्हेकलचा ड्राईव्ह फक्त रिअर व्हील साठी आपण ठेवू शकतो आणि फ्रंट व्हील साठी रिमूव्ह करू शकतो, मीन डिस्कनेक्ट करू शकतो, नॉट रिमूव्ह, डिस्कनेक्ट करू शकतो. आणि फुल टाइम फोर व्हील ड्राईव्हचं मिनिंग काय होतं की ऑल द टाइम्स power is available for all four wheels or all wheels. So in short, we are going to call it as a AWD, all wheel drive, in that part time and full time. So there is facility to select either front wheel drive or either rear wheel drive. Such type of drive we are going to call it as a part time four wheel drive. Okay, now we need to discuss advantages and disadvantages. So what are the advantages and disadvantages with respect to with respect to other two. With respect to other two. So for that, we need to check these diagrams once again, schematic. So just for your information, I know. So this one is the front engine rear wheel drive. You can just count the components. So just for time being, just as an trial, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again we can just count 1, 2, and here if we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever number of components in case of all wheel drive are more. So though there is hello, 1 minute. Okay, so let us see the advantages. So in terms of handling, traction, and the performance. So already we have seen definition of the tractive effort and the traction. So ability to transmit tractive effort from rear wheel to front wheel, that is traction, or from front wheel to rear wheel, that is nothing but the traction. So in case of all wheel drive, we can see that the traction in double quantity as with respect to the previous one. So here the traction, that tractive effort is available front as well as rear wheels. So therefore, we can have one conclusion that traction is nearly doubled compared to two-wheel drive. So all-wheel drive is called as a four-wheel drive, and this previous one it is called as a two-wheel drive. ड्राईव्ह फक्त दोन व्हीललाच दिलाय. So that's why we are going to call it as a two-wheel drive. Here we are going to call it as a two-wheel drive. And for this we are going to call it as a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. 4WD, 4WD, 2WD, 2WD. So that is the nomenclature for simplest nomenclature for drive. So here with the help of power at the rear and power given at the front axle, we can have traction which is double compared to two-wheel drive, that is front engine rear wheel drive and front engine front wheel drive. So here with respect to this all-wheel drive, the handling characteristics, so we are having two options. So what are those options? In normal conditions, we can have configuration to emulate front wheel drive or rear wheel drive. So already I have told that option. फक्त पुढच्या व्हीलला ड्राईव्ह ठेवू शकतो किंवा रिअर व्हील ड्राईव्ह ठेवू शकतो. That option we are going to get because of this all wheel drive Then what are the disadvantages? So already at the prior only we have seen four-wheel drive systems or all-wheel drive systems require additional components. What are those additional components? This is required in case of two-wheel drive. This is required in case of two-wheel drive. This is required in case of two-wheel drive. And this transfer case, this drive shaft, and this differential is required in case of four-wheel drive. So four-wheel drive system required more components, and that will add complexity in the transmission components. So in other words, four-wheel drive systems require more machinery and complex transmission components such as transfer case, which is required to split power into two parts. One is given to the rear and one is given to the front axle. Then with respect to this additional components, the manufacturing cost of the vehicle is also going to increase, and there is complex procedure for maintenance, and the cost required with respect to the maintenance is also more in comparison with two-wheel drive. So these are the some of the disadvantages. So manufacturing cost is more because additional components we are providing. Then maintenance cost is also increased. What is the reason? Because of additional cost, because of complex machinery, complex component structures or the layout, because of four-wheel or all-wheel drive. So again, four-wheel drive system increases weight of powertrain mass. So sorry, it increases weight of the powertrain or whatever transmission system, and it will have more rotational inertia, and as we are increasing, as number of components are increased, there is power transmission losses. So power transmission losses will be there, and such losses will affect the performance of the vehicle in ideal condition. What is that ideal condition? Now a level road is there. So there it is not required to have four-wheel drive. But because of these additional components, already mass is increased, rotational inertia is there, and that will affect fuel consumption rate and ultimately increased fuel consumption as compared to the two-wheel drive or as compared to the front wheel drive and front engine rear wheel drive. So why I am repeating? You should know what is the terminology. Front engine front wheel drive, it is denoted by FF, capital F, capital F. Front engine rear wheel drive, it is denoted by FR, F, capital F and capital R. How to denote all wheel drive? AWD. AWD. How to denote four wheel drive? FWD. So as this chapter is or unit is for four wheeler, so four wheel drive, FWD. You should know this terminology. Or where similar is the case for the IC engine, you know, 2-stroke 2S, 4-stroke 4S. In the same way, we can also write 4WD, digit, then 4WD, 4, then 2WD. So increased fuel consumption is there. So though handling characteristics, traction is, it will consume more fuel in ideal dry condition where it is not required to have the all wheel drive. म्हणजे एखादा चांगला रोड आहे, लेवल्ड रोड आहे, त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला तेवढ्या ट्रॅक्शनची गरज नाही, but it is available. Why it is available? Because of additional component. So the fuel efficiency or fuel consumption in case of all wheel drive is more as compared to the other two types of drive. समजलं का? सचिन, सचिन, समर्थ, okay. So should I proceed? Deepjyoti, should I proceed? Okay. Okay. Now, next bit is types of automotive bodies. So, where we have already seen, just I will show here some images, schematic images. So, sedan with two doors, sedan with four door, what is station wagon, what is convertible, what is van, special purpose vehicle such as ambulance, milk van. So types of automotive bodies. Okay. Some of the examples of vehicle. So this you can say the tempo. So this whatever provided one chamber or the cabinet, and that is useful to load the goods. Then this one is the travel. So again you can have passengers sitting arrangement, accordingly we are making the body. This one is auto rickshaw, this one is hatchback car. So now let us see, this one is hatchback car. So you should compare this hatchback with this sedan car. तुम्हाला हे माहित असणं गरजेचं आहे. Why it is required? Because you are mechanical engineer. So what is difference between hatchback and sedan car? So I will give one example. Swift, that short vehicle from the Maruti, that comes under hatchback. Indica comes under hatchback. With respect to this four sedan, four door sedan, a Desire comes under sedan car. Honda Amaze comes under sedan car, four door sedan car. This one is the sports car, only arrangement for the two passengers. Then this one is the Luminosity, a long comfortable body provided for passengers who want more comfort. Then this one is the convertible. So we can remove roof and we can use such arrangement, and it is called as a convertible. Then hard top, it is another type of the body. This is the pictorial view. Then van, so this one is the old look. So some of the vans in the old days having shape similar to this, and this one is called as a pickup truck. So this is a pictorial view. So hatchback having four doors, sedan car having two doors and sometimes four door, then convertible we can have fold as well as roof can retract or fold. कधी कधी आपण तो फोल्ड करू शकतो किंवा कधी कधी रिमूव्ह करू शकतो अँड परत लोड करू शकतो. Then this we can call it as either tempo or the truck. So for that you can consider the tempo with half body, and what is purpose of that? Load and unloading. So for loading and unloading we are not providing any tub etc or any cover over this. So or sometimes the images are not shown for such examples. So tankers, so milk tankers, oil tankers, so whatever commodities or the required things which are required every day, for those some of the tankers are used. Some of the earth work there are dumper trucks or we can call it as a tipper. So those are the types of various types of bodies which can be utilized based on the purposes. Okay. Then we need to see what are the characteristics required for vehicle body. So as already we have seen, when mass is increased, fuel efficiency is going to be decreased. So in order to have more fuel efficiency, the first characteristics is to have lightweight body. Again, the second characteristics, it should be cheap and easy to manufacture. Then vehicle body should be attractive enough in shape and the color, that is the aspect which attract customers, vehicle customers. Then it should have minimum number of components. It should have minimum number of components. So it should be strong enough that can be withstand vibration while vehicle is running on the ground. Again, there should be minimum resistance to air. Minimum resistance to air. So what is the meaning of that? So some of the characteristics I have not mentioned here. So if you are going to consider this tempo and the car, this vehicle will experience less air resistance as compared to this. So frontal area is more, and whatever frontal area we are observing here, it is less for the car. Frontal area is more. Frontal area is more. So you can consider the cross section. So while manufacturing or fabricating the body, aim is to have minimum resistance to air. Then it should have clear all-round vision through glass area. So whatever glasses provided, so it should have clear vision all round. Otherwise, we are driving and somebody is coming from right side, somebody is coming from the left side, and it is not possible to observe that person or the obstacle or any uh, odd situation. In that case, accidents are going to be happen. So that's why the clear all round vision through the glass area, it will also help for the passenger to see the environment. That is different, but first priority is given for the safety. Then long putty life as well as minimum resistance to air, already we have discussed. Then whatever body, it should be compatible with the engine and the suspension system. So we are providing body, so that should not provide any trouble to the engine or trouble to the suspension system. And final characteristics, so we can have addition of one or two. So adequate space for the passenger and luggage, and for that vehicle is made. So this is essential one, adequate space for passenger and the luggage. So please wait, just I am taking. Okay, now just I am ending my lecture.